Welcome to Paradise Killer. I figured I should make a spoiler-free video on Paradise Killer's level design, because there's a lot to learn. If you've watched the 40-something videos on my channel about Paradise Killer, you've already learned all this stuff. But I figured maybe some people don't want to watch 40 hours of Paradise Killer and just kind of want to get the skinny on the level design. Because, it's got some interesting insights, especially for people who are running on zero budgets. So what makes this level design so unique? Well, the game doesn't have any gameplay. Not really. The only gameplay it's got is picking up stuff. Now you have seen all of the gameplay in this game. So in order to make that work as a game, what they've done is they've arranged these levels so that you are constantly trying to engage with the level itself. You can't engage with enemies. There are none. None that are trying to shoot you anyway. You can't engage with puzzles because what little puzzles there are solved by picking stuff up. There's really not a lot that you can do in this game aside from notice pickups and go and pick them up. So they leveraged that. They made a world where they reward you every time you look around a corner. Like, oh, if you just happen to notice that there is, that there is a pickup around this corner. Over here. Look, we just happened to see these from the road and decided to come over and get them. But that means that there could be pickups around every corner. There could be pickups on every roof, in every stairwell. There could be pickups everywhere, anywhere. And these pickups are not generic. I mean, there are some that are just cash, obviously, but for the most part, they're pithy little things. They're jokes or observations or strange happenings, and they're very short, just a couple of lines. They don't take long to find. They're just a little nugget of reward. And you're like, oh look, there's something down there. Let's go down there and check out what that is. And you go down here and you grab it, and then you come over here. So look, there's another one, and you grab it. And you're like, oh my gosh, there's a dog, and you go grab it. It's a very basic kind of response, right? But what makes this different from something like Banjo-Kazooie is that this is not a world with a lot of linearity to it. Banjo-Kazooie uses its drops, uses its pickups to guide you around the world in a very specific way. Here is a line of notes or something, right? But in this game, it's intended to become a heuristic, a habit. You're intended to notice enough of these things that you start to realize that you need to look for all of them. You need to look on top of every roof. And that's when you start to engage with the world. That's when you start to engage with the game. That's what makes this rather small open world, low res, very small world, an amazingly immersive experience. It feels large and detailed because you're looking in every corner. You're looking at the top of every hill and underneath every weird outcropping. It really does the job quite well. It also is quite different from games where you might use pickups that are rewards for, upcoming battles or something. This is a health potion. This is bullets, whatever. Those don't really trigger the same kind of reward as picking up a little heart and having it say that it's a charm modeled after obelisks found on a citadel planet in another solar system. Like, that's interesting. It's interesting enough that I actually didn't read it right. And that's like, oh, it's just a little teeny blip of something interesting. It's not 4 bullets. It's not an extra bar of health. It's a little nugget of world in the world. And so you're constantly looking for the next one. Just a little bit more nuggets. A little bit more world in my world, please. Here's some more. Let's see what else the world has to say to me today. Ill-fated ring poles. You can trade in collectible ring poles from drinks to get Crimson Acid merchandise, but it looks like someone didn't have enough before the island ended. Short, but so good. It's just a quick little burst of world building. And that is such an easy thing to do. It's much simpler than trying to, position skeletons or put on, graffiti on the walls or whatever else you want to do. And I mean, there's some of that in this game too. but it's so much cheaper to be able to just drop down these little teeny rewards. A sacred reward for a pyramid envisioning. A citizen was very faithful. So simple. Not nearly as complicated as trying to put down a skeleton. Easy to move around after the fact. You could even do like a New Game Plus mode where it's in a different location. It would be pretty basic, right? That's what makes this game so compelling. Add on to that these rewards make noise. And I don't know if you've been able to hear it, but this, for example, makes noise. Every single one of those glowing hearts makes noise. The phones make noise. Anything you can interact with, it probably makes a noise. And this noise has just enough range that you can kind of just keep your ear open and be like, there's noise from this way. Oh, that's him. But there's also noise from this way. There's a reward over here somewhere. There's another heart, another glistening little reward. It's not down there. It must be on the roof. I don't know. Where is it? It's not on the roof. Where is it? And that's how you can play this game. Ah, there it is. See it? Coveted loyalty card. So when you're talking about designing a world that you want the player to engage with, you have to think about how you want the player to engage with the world itself, the level you're creating. I mean, if you've got soldiers trying to shoot at you or puzzles to do or whatever, that obviously has a lot of effect on the level design, and you don't need the player to engage with the level because they're engaging with the characters in the level or the puzzles in the level. But when you don't have that stuff and you still want the player to engage with the levels you're creating, you need to understand how to pull them into those levels, how to get them to look at the levels. And this is a very cheap, easy way to do it. And that's what makes this game unique. One of the things that makes this game unique. And if it's not clear, I recommend this game. So anyway, have a good one. Bye.